Hi, it's Sandra here from Create in Spain, and today I am doing an unboxing video. I have received a box from Amazon this morning. Yay! It's like Christmas all over again. And this one is going to be of interest to those of you who are interested in doing manicures and pedicures, not to those who are solely interested in my crafting videos. Right, so I got my husband to order, more to the point, because he does it for me. This little gizmo here, which is an electric manicure nail drill, and I'm just going to open this up. Okay, what's stopping me from opening the lid? Nothing. Just sort of check. There's no tape or anything on it. And what have we got here? A little manicure nail drill manual, which hopefully will be in English somewhere along the line. Okay, English is on the front page. So we have the brochure here, which tells us what the different tools are actually for and explaining the functions on the actual drill itself, how to clean and maintain, specifications, and the package list of what should be here. So pretty standard stuff. And first off, I can say, well, it looks pretty neat. It's quite lightweight, and it's actually smaller than I thought it would be, which is great. And you can hold it like a pen quite happily. It's light enough to use in that regard, so that's wonderful. I think it looks quite dinky. And so what have we got here? Oh, I think I could break a nail trying to get into that. I suspect that there's a catch on that I need to look at, but I can't see it. I've got my glasses on at the moment. So we have the cord. And this is the speed control and the directional control. Speed control, I think, is the wheel there, and then you have the direction control with a little switch just there. And then that goes into the back of it. And then we have various bits for it. Oh, and there's a gift under the blister tray, apparently. Oh, wonderful. And these look like they go from coarse to fine and then medium. I think there's two of each on the sanding bands there. It's sellotape shut. I wonder what free gift I've got. Oh. Oh. So I'd actually forgotten that it came with this, which is a manicure tool set, I think. It's a static there. It's quite a nice padded case of manicure tools, most of which I hasten to add I already have plenty of, so I don't really need more manicure tools. But on the other hand, it's a rather nice set for putting in your handbag, so that's quite a nice gift. It's even got its own pouch for the actual main tool itself. So we've got the remainder of the tools here, and there's one more metal tool. Then we have the ceramic bits, and then it's not actually sort of fabric, but it's some kind of softer material, and that's obviously for polishing, for buffing up. So yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm looking forward to seeing what all these different things do and how the actual nail file itself works, how well it works. Okay, I've got one of the bits in, and I've been roughing up the surface of the polish that I have on because I'm using a gel polish. Now, I've not got it on the fastest setting, it's certainly on the lower end. If I turn it up, you can hear it on the fastest setting, and then it goes down to just a very, very faint rumble. And so, got it part way up, and I will show you. It's very, very gentle. I'm not putting much pressure on this. Well, I'm not putting any pressure on it. I can actually do that on my skin and it's not going to hurt me. You know, I could take it over my knuckles. So it's very, very gentle, very little vibration on the actual tool itself. That's fine, not a problem. You don't have to grip it tight, just relax your hand. Like so. And you may or may not be able to see the dust flying up, but it is taking off the top shiny coat of my nail polish a lot easier than I could do with a traditional nail file and with less risk. Now this nail here, I've actually got some builder gel on because I was playing, and if I turn it up, wrong way, turn it up a bit faster, and I can remove some of the builder gel from my nails quite easily, and I could shape it around the edge if I wanted to. So turn it back down, right the way to minimum, and then just turn it up a little bit. Okay, now you can alter the direction. I've got it going that way at the moment, but if I wanted to, I could put it in the other direction without difficulty. And this is very, very, very gentle. It is not scary in the slightest. I did wonder whether having a metal bit on there would be scary, but it isn't. As I said, I can put that on my hand and it's not a problem. It doesn't hurt at all. So it's just doing a very careful, very gentle sanding job. And that's how I would recommend, certainly, to start off. You don't want to stay in the same spot because you might give yourself a nail burn. You want to move it around. You can hold it up really close if you want and rest your finger on another one if you want to. That's another way that you can do it. I've got fairly steady hands, so I don't really have a problem holding my hand in the air anyway. There we go. Now I'm going to switch this off and try a different bit and see what that's like. And to change the bit, all you do with these is pull out and pull back. Press your other bit in. Now this one is supposed to be the safety bit, which is for going around these edges. Now it's quite noticeable on this bit here, it hasn't got a sharp edge on it, okay? That is actually rounded off very slightly. It's quite smooth. And this one here, which is a rougher version, I would actually want to take that down a little bit by using it on a nail file, on a piece of emery first, just to smooth down that edge. I think that might be a little rougher. Okay, but the smaller one of the two is quite smooth anyway. Going to put this one in. It's a good tight fit and you just push in like so. And then you can choose your speed. So where have I got a bit? Aha, right. I've got some polish around here I want to remove. This would be good if I was planning on doing an infill or something like that. That would be good. So yeah, I'm really pleased actually. I think this is very good considering the price of it, which was in the region of, I think it was something like 21 euros or something. As long as it keeps working, I think this is brilliant. It does exactly what it is supposed to do. It's what I wanted it to do. And at a later point, I will probably be trying out some of these things on some calluses I've got on my feet, which is one of the main things that I wanted to try and aid getting rid of. But I think it's going to be great for multi-purpose. If you can take the surface off of your gel polish. It makes doing a soak off much quicker. And I'm much happier using this to do the surface taking off than I am using a manual file. In fact, I really don't like using manual files that much because they don't, I've got, you know, a reasonable curve on a couple of my fingernails, and it's very difficult for me to actually manage to get to the areas that I want to get at. So I think this is going to be a real boon, and I'm very happy that I purchased it. I will link the place where it was purchased below. It came within, I think it was about 5 days, and I said it was on Amazon, and so far so good. So it is now a day later, and I have had a chance to play around with this some more. My findings, in general, I am very pleased with it. It is compact, it's light, it does what it's supposed to do. I want it for natural nails and for doing things possibly like helping to remove gel polish. I wanted to be able to do a pedicure on myself more easily because I just don't find it that easy to do manually. And I found that this has worked very well. 2 criticisms I would have. On the direction here, this little button, they do not tell you which is going left and which is going right. And it is not overly obvious, so if they could mark that on there, that would be really good because direction sometimes matters. And the other thing is that the bits are sometimes a very tight fit. Now maybe this will get better with wear. Certainly I put in one bit, I took a bit out, I put another bit in. When I went to get the second bit out, it was like, I can't move this. I had to get my husband to remove it from the handle. That's not very convenient. But as I said, it may well get better with use when it's been, you know, used a few times and things being pulled out and put in a few times. It may well get better. If it doesn't, then I'm afraid I would have to return this because I can't rely on my husband being around in order to try and pull the thing out every time I want to use it. And it kind of defeats the object if it's so hard to get the pieces out that you end up wrecking your nails pulling them out to get them out at all. Yeah, that doesn't really work, does it? It's very quiet. It doesn't vibrate in the hand, even on full power. It doesn't get hot, and yeah, it does a good job. I managed to obliterate the really hard callous skin on my feet. I'm not going to show you a picture of my feet, thank you very much. You really don't want to see that. I didn't take it down as far possibly as I could have, but it certainly made my feet far more comfortable. And it's always a good idea to leave some callus there because it's nature's way of making sure you don't damage yourself. Whereas too much callus can make things very uncomfortable for you walking. To take it away completely is just stupid. So I've left some of it there, but it did actually take it down to a reasonable level, and it did it quickly. And I believe, although there is some debate about whether these files are safe or not, I firmly believe that I was better off doing it with this tool than I would be doing it with a hand file, cheese grater type thing, or anything else. It was certainly easier to do it, it was quicker to do it, I wasn't in any discomfort, and I was at far less danger of actually taking healthy skin away. So as far as I'm concerned, this has got a thumbs up for the time being. Obviously it depends on how long it lasts. Now, I wouldn't say that this is probably going to be suitable for those who are using one for business. You know, if you're in a nail salon or you're doing other people's nails, traveling or whatever, you probably ought to get yourself a high-end industrial type one. but for the average person who's just doing natural nails, this is fine. I have no intention of doing acrylics, so I couldn't tell you whether this will sort acrylics out or not, but it will certainly do some work on gel nails. That's relatively soft to file, and it'll do that without any difficulty at all. So yes, I really like it, and I hope that putting the bits in gets easier. Please let it get easier, because they are rather stiff. But other than that, I think it's absolutely brilliant. It does what I wanted it to do. Thanks for watching. Take care now. Bye bye.